a water balloon. Normally, this isn't particularly interesting to watch. But let's see that again, very slowly. Slowed down 400 times, the latex balloon skin snaps back to its original state in less than 1/100th of a second, leaving a globe of water virtually hanging in mid-air before the liquid mass loses its inertia and begins to fall. All this in under a second. The water balloon, a thing, but very slowly. A disposable lighter. Normally, this isn't particularly interesting to watch. But let's see that again, very slowly. Seen 400 times slower than usual, the rapid ignition is reduced to its component stages. An initial ejector of white-hot flint particles is followed almost instantly by a miniature gas explosion as the subsequent cloud of butane is released. All this in a split second. A disposable lighter. One more thing, but very slowly. A man karate chopping a brick. Normally, this is quite interesting to watch. But let's see it again, very slowly. At 4,000 frames per second, the hand of steel transforms into a wobbly mess. The 27 bones of the hand rattle around inside a glove of skin and fluid. A shock wave can be seen traveling through the arm's fatty tissue and across the surface of the brick in a cloud of dust. In real time, it takes 1/10 of a second. A brick being karate chopped in two. One more thing, but very slowly. A propane balloon igniting. Normally, this is quite interesting to watch. But let's see that again, very slowly. At 4,000 frames per second, the balloon unpeels itself in rubbery ribbons to reveal a shimmering cloud of propane. The gas ignites, sending a wave of flame through the propane, which grows into a ball of fire. After the initial burst, it seems like an eternity before the air mixes with the propane, allowing it to burn like the flaming heart of a nebula. In real time, it takes half a second. A propane balloon igniting. One more thing, but very slowly. A slap in the face. Normally, this isn't recommended. Or very nice. But let's see it again, very slowly. Seen at 4,000 frames per second, the slap seems to dislodge the brainiac's face. When the cheek is struck, a shock wave travels through the skin's collagen, arriving at the opposite cheek almost instantaneously. Then, the skin vibrates as the elastic fibers wobble under the force of the blow. All this in 1/10 of a second. A slap in the face. One more thing, but very slowly. A fish tank being shot with a crossbow. Normally, this is quite interesting to watch. But let's see that again, very slowly. At 4,000 frames per second, the bolt leaves the crossbow and slices through the tank, leaving a trail of turbulent water in its wake. The glass shatters, and shards leave the exit hole, traveling even faster than the bolt itself. Finally, the tank gives way, and its contents spill forth. In real time, it takes a 20th of a second. A crossbow bolt through a fish tank. One more thing, but very slowly. A soap bubble popping. Normally, this isn't very interesting to watch. But let's see that again. Very slowly. Seen at 4,000 frames per second, the pin punctures the bubble, which then delicately unwraps along its own surface. The bubble is an elastic sheet of soap and water held together by surface tension. As the surface breaks, the tension is released, and the elastic sphere snaps back, colliding with itself in a cloud of droplets. All this in 2/100ths of a second. A soap bubble popping. One more thing, but very slowly.